Today I'm going to show you the 5 steps to help you budget for a major life change. Hey everybody, this is AJ Golden, self-proclaimed money nerd and personal finance geek, and welcome to Personal Finance Made Easy. I created this channel to help you win with money by making concepts such as budgeting, saving, and investing simple and easy. Look, it's no doubt that this has been a challenging year for many of us, and you've likely had to shift your financial lifestyle to accommodate the many changes. I'd like to help you navigate these uncertain times and help you to prepare for any type of major life change by sharing 5 steps to help you create the perfect spending plan and prepare for your new journey. But before I do, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, if you like this video and the other content that I provide, please take a moment to hit that like button right below the video. It helps out my channel tremendously by letting YouTube know to promote this channel to other viewers. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Today, I'd like to help you to budget for a major life change. And this video is inspired by my daughter who's moving to New York City at the end of this month. I'm really excited to see her pursue her dreams of becoming a Broadway star, and I can't wait to see you on the big stage. But this video is to help you to learn how to budget for a major life change. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I don't really like the word budget, but I used it for the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, I don't really like the word budget because it sounds really restrictive. So instead, I like to call it a spending plan because it helps you to determine how you direct your money and spend it on a day-to-day basis. And this video in particular is to help you to learn how to create a spending plan for those different types of life circumstances that you may face. For example, as I mentioned a moment ago, maybe you're moving to a new city, or you're having a baby or getting married. Perhaps you've accepted a new job and you need to readjust your budget to accommodate for the new pay. Or unfortunately, you may be suffering a job loss. During this time, so many people are dealing with the fact that they've had reduced hours or may have lost their job completely. I did do a budget video that shows how to budget in a crisis that you can see in this card right up here to the top. But today I want to focus on how you prepare for a major journey or a major life situation that you may be facing. But before I talk about that, I'd like to talk about how you set up a spending plan in general. The way I like to do that is with the 5 steps that I'm about to outline here. First, you need to track your spending for a minimum of 30 days. This helps you to see how you're spending your money today. Now, keep in mind, don't have any judgment against yourself as you're tracking your spending during these 30 days. This is an opportunity for you to see exactly what you're spending your money on today on a day-to-day basis. Next, you need to make sure that you're spending all of your money on paper before you get it. That's right. That's the essence of this plan, is you're actually taking all of your income and allocating it to different areas of your need before you actually receive that income. So spend that money on paper before you get it. Go ahead and write out how much you're going to spend for housing, how much you're going to spend on groceries, how much you're going to spend on eating out, how much you're going to spend on Netflix, Hulu, and the cable bill. Put down everything and anything that you know you're going to spend money on, and make sure that you're prioritizing those things for the things that are important to you. Perhaps you don't necessarily like eating out, but you have every subscription channel known to man. Well, if that's something that's important to you, make sure you prioritize it and add it to your spending plan. This isn't about being restrictive. This is about preparing in advance for how you want to live your life and manage your financial picture. The next step is that you need to use this plan. Now, you've taken the time to write out your spending plan on paper before the month began, before you actually started to use the money that you've received. Now, it's time to use that plan and actually pay for the things that you've allocated as part of your plan. But make sure you're being flexible. Things are going to come up. And as those things come up, make sure that you are taking care of those things and then tracking them so that you can make sure that you have that information for the next step, which is to reconcile and readjust. That's right. At the end of the month, you need to take a note of all of the spending that you've had in that month, reconcile it against the plan that you had at the beginning of the month. And then you need to readjust based upon the things that have come up during the month. This will help you to ensure that you're covering unexpected expenses in your next spending plan for the following month. And finally, you should automate. Automate. Put it on autopilot so that you don't have to think about it every single month. What does this mean? If you have recurring bills that come in and they're the same amount or similar amounts each and every month, put them on bill pay. Set them up so that they come out automatically at the time that they are supposed to be paid so that you don't have to worry about being late on any of those bills. And this way you can focus your attention on other things that are more variable. But automate your process so that you can make sure that you are enjoying the rest of your life. I don't want you to be worried about a spending plan each and every day. So how does this align with planning for a major life change? Well, there's only one real tweak that you've got to make, and that's to the first part. Of course, you can track your spending when you know what your spending is, but the whole issue with a major life change is that you are about to go into the unknown. You don't know how much money you're going to be spending in this new city that you're moving to. Or you don't know how much money you're going to have to spend when you have that baby or when you get married. Whatever the life change situation is, you don't necessarily know what you're going to be spending. The first thing that you have to do in preparing for a major life change is to do your research. Research what it is or what it takes in order for you to be able to live in that new situation. So in the new city, how much do apartments cost? Research that in advance. Look at what the utility bills might be in that new area that you're planning to move to. Now, you can even call the utility company and find out what the average amount is spent in that area, and maybe in some cases that exact apartment if you've decided where you're going to go. So go ahead and find out what those utility costs are. Find out how much you're prepared to spend on your housing, how much you think you'll spend on groceries, which might be about the same if the circumstances that you're moving toward are the same as what you have today. So take time to do the research and document your findings, because this is going to help you to prepare for this future change. The next thing that's a little bit different than the regular spending plan that we just talked about is that you've got to learn how to prioritize the things that are most important. Now, this is a big point because you're going to have a lot of things that are going to be changing, and you have to make sure that you understand what's the most important thing that you need to prioritize in this new situation. So make sure that you prioritize the things that are most important to you. This will help you to ensure that you are placing in your financial spending plan the things that are important. Then all you've got to do is follow the same method that we just mentioned earlier. Track your spending. Make sure that you're spending on paper in advance before the month begins. Then use the plan, but be flexible. Finally, reconcile, readjust, and then automate. It's the same thing that we just talked about. My last point is this: don't forget to ask for help when and if you need it. Don't ever feel like you're in a place where you can't reach out and ask for assistance whenever you may need it in this new life situation. Perhaps that's your friends, family, loved ones. If you've lost your job, this may be government assistance or something to that effect. Whatever it is, make sure that you're not being ashamed of where you are and that you're willing to open up and ask for assistance whenever you need. I hope that this information has been helpful to you. I hope that this will help you to move further in this journey that you're facing, this major life change. So until next time, you keep living on purpose, pursue your passion, and get the gold.